Good morning, America. How are ya? Monday Morning Rail. Hi, I'm Denny Jelsma, and I'm at the world-famous Jacksonville Terminal Railroad Museum in beautiful Jacksonville, Florida, where the sun always shines. It's Monday, and every Monday we do show and tell. And show and tell is brought to you by Jelsma Graphics, the people that make all the railroad embroidered clothing, your shirts, jackets, just like the jacket that I have on here. You need anything embroidered in railroad clothing, such once again as club shirts, jackets, hats, go to jelsma.com. That's JELSMA.com. Now, this Saturday and Sunday, Jelsma Graphics, along with number 2, will be in West Springfield, Massachusetts at the Big E, the biggest train show in America. And people fly in all over America to go to that show. There'll be 20-some thousand people at this show. And we've been doing this for years. And if you stop by our booth, we'll give you a free Ken Patterson What's Neat This Week, Ken Patterson podcast show, a hat. And we have a limited supply, so get there and just say, hey, we like to see you on What's Neat, and we'll give you a free hat. And with all that being said, show and tell is going to start right now.
Hi, it's Richard from the Jacksonville Terminal Railroad Museum. Last time I talked to you guys, I think I talked about the ACO Roundhouse, which is over there. But today, I'm going to talk about the Seaboard back shop, which was what we call West Jacks here in Jacksonville. This is our model on the layout. We have a transfer table by Walthers, and the back shop building also by Walthers. But it actually works. Now, we have a DCC layout here, but some of our engines are, like this one here, are DC powered. So just to illustrate that sometimes things do work, we're going to put this in the engine shed. But once I get it going the right way. Come on now. As you well know, trains can be finicky sometimes. And good, it's working. See if I can line it up. So, now the back shop crew can remove the hood and work on the engine, take it apart, whatever they need to do. The transfer table is an older model. I think they have indexing versions these days. This is not that, as you plainly saw. But here on the museum layout, we can shop our engines, let them sit there for a while, pretend we're doing some maintenance on it, or take it off the layout and actually do maintenance on it, and then put it back on the layout and run it again. The reason I wanted to talk about this was my grandfather on my mom's side worked for the Seaboard Airline at West Jack shops, and one of the jobs that my mom and grandmother told me was that he was a pipe fitter. He played with these things. If you look real close with the camera, Greg, you can see stamped into it Seaboard Airline Railway. So this is an authentic piece of iron. Now, Rodney tells me that one side could have been used to attach air hoses, and I think the large side, this one. And he told me what the smaller side would be used for, but I forget. But anyway, I got this at a craft show out in Calvary, Georgia one day. Some guy was out there selling old tools, and I spied this in his supply, and I bought it for like 25 bucks. Now, I have no idea if my grandfather actually used this, but he may have. No idea. But I thought it was a pretty neat piece of Railroadania that may have connected me with my grandfather, since he died when I was 5 years old. But I do know he worked at West Jacks, and we have West Jacks on the layout. So it's kind of a neat connection for me anyway. So if you take your time with these models, they can actually work. They can be restored. This was a non-operating transfer table when we got it. Somebody played with it and got it working again. Probably put in a new motor and everything. As far as the back shop went, it went together pretty much by the instructions. The only thing I did to it was I put masking tape on the roof and painted it to look like roll roofing. Added some rust streaks. That's pretty much it. Now let's see if I can get this thing back out of the shop and put the engine back in service. Come on. Here we go. By the way, all these tracks are powered with the flick of a switch over here. We can turn the tracks power on and off to the tracks. Let's see if I can line this thing back up. A little bit more. Now if I can get this out without putting it on the ground, I'll be happy. Hey, it's working. So there you have it. West Jack Shops at Jacksonville Terminal Railroad. Have a good day, guys.
Well, thank you, Richard. That was a really, really neat show. I just love our show and tells, and I love that wrench. That was really a cool wrench. And thank you very much. Now, once again, remember, Jelsma Graphics is going to be in Springfield, West Springfield, Massachusetts, this Saturday and Sunday at the Big E, and we'll give you a free What's Neat hat. And also, we will have number 2, our cameraman. You've seen him on Show and Tell. He'll be giving out glossy photos that he could sign for you. And if you come by on Monday morning from 7 to 7:30 in the morning, Richard, who just did the show, he'll sign his glossy. And with all that being said, that's the way it is at the world famous Jacksonville Terminal Railroad Museum in beautiful Jacksonville, Florida, where running trains is an absolute pleasure, and air-conditioned comfort, peace and harmony.